Let's bring you some other news on the programme. The United Kingdom could well be on course for its 7th Prime Minister in 10 years. This amid reports that Keir Starmer could announce a timetable for his departure from Downing Street as soon as tomorrow. Now, just 2 years ago, Starmer won a landslide election victory. So how did the UK get here? Well, the Prime Minister has been deeply unpopular for months, but this week, a rival of the Prime Minister, Andy Burnham, won a key by-election, meaning he is to head back to Parliament, and it is that which appears to have sealed Starmer's political fate. Well, Peter Kyle, who is an ally of the Prime Minister, has been speaking to British media this morning. Here's a little of what he had to say.
It was always about the country, and I think that is the tone of the conversation I had with him. It was frank. And I think that is the mindset that the Prime Minister is in as he goes into this weekend, through which he has been working very hard as Prime Minister, as he always does, but also trying to make time to reflect on the political challenges of the moment.
And with me here in the studio is Jamie Smith-Maillet from our International Affairs desk. And Jamie, Peter Kyle talking about a frank discussion with Keir Starmer. Give us a little more then on what appears to be going on behind the scenes in London.
Yeah, it seems like quite a surprise there, a sort of shift in mood in the last 48 hours. And in any case, we should be saying that there's an expectation that he may resign tomorrow. That's what we're hearing. There is no confirmation, there's no announcement at the moment in time, but something that's been in British media since this morning. In fact, since last night, with The Observer reporting that there were talks, there were words, there were whispers of this potentially happening. There's a live feed on The Guardian today suggesting that Keir Starmer may resign. The BBC as well saying that there are growing signs that Starmer will set out a timetable for his resignation. And we saw Peter Kyle there, who also admitted on BBC's Laura Kuenssberg programme later in the morning that he didn't want to come on here and be delusional about what was happening. So a clear shift in mood and signs that we're potentially moving towards an announcement to be heard tomorrow from the PM.
All right, and help us understand then, Jamie, how it is that the UK has got here. I mentioned Andy Burnham earlier, his return to Parliament after that by-election win. What role is he playing in what could well be the demise of Keir Starmer?
Yeah, well, Andy Burnham himself, who, as you mentioned there, has just been voted back in as an MP. He was a former mayor of Greater Manchester. He's been a Labour Party politician for a number of years, over a couple of decades, and been in politics and research for the party in any case. And he has long said he wanted to challenge Keir Starmer. Well, him now being to be sworn in tomorrow as MP, once again sitting back in Westminster, may suggest that challenge might become a reality. In truth, though, when it comes to Keir Starmer, what's been going on? Well, this isn't completely fresh or new. His position has been questioned for some time. His popularity rating has been dropping away. And ever since the local elections in England and national elections in Scotland and Wales, just in the month of May, there were significant losses for Labour. So questions there about his leadership of the party, but other scandals as well, including Peter Mendelsohn, who was appointed to the role of ambassador of the USA, later revealed that there were ties between him and the Jeffrey Epstein files. So questions about the vetting process that went on. And we can even hark back to 2020 when Sir Keir Starmer ousted Jeremy Corbyn from the more hard left part of the Labour Party. So the hard left have been critical of his position over a number of years, and it looks like this is the question coming up for tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see and watch closely tomorrow morning.
And no doubt, Jamie, will have more on that tomorrow if indeed Keir Starmer does announce a timetable of his departure. Thank you so much.